Hello, one and all. This is Luckless, Lovelocks, and welcome to what should be the final episode of Orwell. The investigation concludes. What what can I say about the last episode? Juliet admitted that she was behind the bombings, pretending that she was Abraham Goldfeld. She then told us that it was part of her plan to get us on her side and that we should expose ourselves, which would in turn take down the system. Initiate suggested that we go after a Catherine Delacroix, which we may or may not have screwed up because we went to access her PC and she turned it off, and she's basically, I got the impression that she has given up on us. And the other option that we seem to have on the table is to take down Thought, and I think I already have the chunk that's going to do that, which was on Initiate's PC. The conversation that he had with Goldfeld's or Themba's PC. Where is that? Here it is. What does it say now? Yeah. So I think it behooves, like, I read all your comments, guys, and I know I missed a lot of things. This is definitely a complicated story, and there's definitely things that I missed, but I also think that I've probably found and discovered some paths that some other people that you may have watched have not discovered. And I think that's what's really cool about this story is it's complicated enough, and there's so many branches that you could play through this game twice trying to recreate your first playthrough and still not be able to do it because there's just a lot to consider. And it's definitely, like, some of the stuff you guys have told me has made me, think about what I should do, how I should end this. And I think it behooves me to, like, find out as much information as I can. The stuff that I found on Juliet's phone after the fact, it's unfortunate I didn't have that before I heard the conversation, the conference call there, because I would have put a lot of the stuff that she said together, I think, before I heard that conversation, so it wouldn't have been as surprising. Just it's just overwhelming. And actually, like, I think it's one thing this investigation has proven to me is that I would not be good at this. I think I get maybe a bit too emotionally invested into the characters, and maybe I believe them a bit too much, that I can't look at the information objectively. So I don't think I would make a very good spy or investigator. But damn, what a ride we've been on. And we're at the point now where I'm just not sure what to do. I mean, Juliet has been deceiving us the entire time, so who's to say she's not still deceiving us? And us turning ourselves in is actually what she wants, and she just wants to cause chaos, basically. Like, I don't know. I don't really buy her argument that it's going to take down the whole system. It might just take us down, right? And I mean, do we have to consider us and our family? Like, we don't really know that much about her situation. I'm like tempted to try to take down Catherine, just because we don't know that much about her, and like, I know a lot about the other characters in this game, and like, Harrison has a sick mother that he's taking care of. That's why he has the I guess the 2 life insurance policies. Nina, even though she was responsible for at least one of the bombings, she was taking care of her son. She seemed like a decent person that was just struggling with her past. Initiate is trying like hell to bring her sister over from South Africa. I definitely don't want to report information about her because I don't think I want to get her involved. Symes just, Symes is just doing his job. And he got screwed over by the system. Cassandra, kind of the same thing. Not trying to do her job, but just trying to. He's had a bit of a tough life. We've made it a lot more difficult. It's just like maybe we should turn ourselves in because we've just screwed these people's lives up so much. And I don't know, like, if I had played it differently, I wonder if things would have been different. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's interesting. So I guess what I'm going to do is report some information that's going to give me more information. So I could start off with some of the stuff about Catherine and see what happens when we do report that info. So there was a thing on the university, right? Notable alumni. Let's see what happens if we were to start reporting this stuff. Is she gonna come back? Is she gonna be like, why are you uploading this? Let's get a profile picture. Early study years, a student of criminal law, member of the party. I mean, we do that. Okay. And I don't know if that'll unlock other documents going forward. Because clearly the Orwell system's still running. It's just we don't seem to have. We don't have a supervisor anymore. There was the party. This is a more recent portrait, so let's upload that. Ministry of Security dedicated to the purpose of improving the nation's safety on the interior was formed directly after the election in 2009, just as originally proposed by Catherine Delacroix. Subsequently granted the position of the first Secretary of Security. Best known for her social safety bill. Like, she's really behind all this, isn't she? But maybe if we find out more about her, we'll realize that she's not all that bad either. Doctor created the Parges peacekeeping mission. And then let's read more about Robert Blaine. Unmatched leader, member of the party in the fourth generation. Surprising death of the previous leader of the party. Ah, yeah. When the surprising death of the previous leader of the party, Mrs. Goddard, left behind a power vacuum. Right, I remember this now. Take initiative whenever possible. Sure not to relent until the party's ambitious goals have been achieved. What happened to the previous leader? Okay, what else is there? Posts. I don't see how this is going to help us now. Hancock's a former admin. That worth reporting? Might as well. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen when we report some of this stuff. Oh, man. So the other thing that I, because I read through this conversation, the conference call, is all this information about that Rosen has, that they maintained, Abraham and Juliet maintained. What was she working on over the weekend? System is programmed to boot itself again in a couple of minutes. You'll have access to everything. You just need to find the UID of the device. So how are we going to find that UID? I'm not sure yet. Conversation with Victor Rosen. Is this... It must be this, right? Maybe not. Where is that device? How come that hasn't shown up? Insider. Notebook. Yeah, we check this. Browser history. Why is this highlighted? There's something we missed here. No, nothing so far. Really wish this would just go back to the previous thing. No. Juliet's timeline. Okay, what's this? Hold on. Oh, the bomb assault. Connection to bottom bombing is evident. That again. Homo Stelligan U. Overview of thought. No. I don't understand why this one is highlighted. And why have we gotten access to that other device? Abraham worked at Rosen. Might as well. Okay, now we're getting more documents. Oh, there's an entry for Harrison. Fucking police database because he's been arrested. Oh, God. I feel so bad about this now. Multiple incitement of murder. Suspect was found alone at Orchard Drive, working on his laptop, which was connected to a public Wi-Fi hotspot. When the suspect noticed our arrival, he attempted to flee, but was quickly cornered by officers in pursuit. He complied and offered no resistance to arrest. Nuts. Oh! Hello. Your personal account. Welcome, Mrs. Delacroix. There's one request awaiting action. Invitation to inauguration of Bonton Panopticon, May 16, 2017. Here your personalized news. I should be holder. Party internal. H. Robertson has announced vacation of her office due to personal reasons. Party internal. Hillbury Mayor Marlinson discussed for possible Prime Minister candidature. Schedule for today. Sitting of Parliament, canceled attendance. Lunch with P. Fletcher, you canceled attendance. Meeting with NSEC Security, canceled attendance. Another sitting of Parliament. Let's go to Catherine. Let's report this stuff. Just trying to gather as much information as I can before I make a final choice what I'm going to do. NSEC. Parliament open. WLAN access granted for following devices. Hello. Keep going. Keep going. Beautiful. We've got access to our device. Play information in Abraham Goldfeld's. Oh, cool. Another Demiurge. We've heard that before. One of you guys mentioned it, that I should maybe pursue this. So let's go for it. Rosen Technologies on a project called Demiurge. Another related document found. Once again, I probably could have found this beforehand. Flawed. February 2015 by Goldfeld. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Oppenheimer quoted when he realized he made the nuclear bomb possible. For the first time, I feel I truly understand what he meant. I know it's impossible to stop progress. I thought I could change what was coming. Control the inevitable from within. I cannot. I made a mistake. I must quit at once. The only thing I can do is to seek redemption. Here we go. So let this be my confession. I, Abraham Goldfeld, developed the so-called ethical codex for a project codenamed Demiurge, which has been renamed Orwell, and I have proof for everything I'm about to write. Cloned to a device with the UID, PC, blah, blah, blah. Orwell is the most sinister project I can think of, a system to spy on every last citizen in the nation. We already kind of knew this, but now we have the UID for the PC that we need, that has the information that they had been maintaining. My intention was to govern this highly invasive project by applying strong ethical constraints on what it can access and how that access is granted. I was given a lot of freedom in this regard, yet that was not enough. Seeing this thing in action, I can only look at myself in disgust for being so naive that I ignored the danger that was staring me in the face. Even when the system is investigating targeted persons, it will jump from one individual to another, ultimately parsing all of their indiscretions and making everyone a target. Each test indicated one true fact. No one is innocent. And it's true, like, everyone that came into our purview that I reported, Symes immediately, like, jumped on them. Oh, they're guilty, they're guilty. I feel the urge to run to the press to give them a conclusive evidence that Orwell exists, yet I ask myself, will it achieve anything? Just another news piece lost in the crowd. One that will be drowned out by the latest timeline scandal or whatever Rosen is eating for breakfast. I doubt I'll even have enough strength to leave this article live on the blog. I can't handle the shame of what I've done. I bet they'll start using the project against me. Then others I'm connected to. It will be for the best if I just archive it. But I need to commit my thoughts to words, even if they are just for myself. He totally saw this coming. Alright. Well, we're reporting this so we can get access. Here we go. We go further and further down the rabbit hole. And there we are. Shit! Disobedient. Catherine Delacroix Superior. Oh god. Want to report anything from here? No. Back to the insider. We've got Catherine's phone. Let's see what happens if we access her phone. Are we gonna get chastised again? Okay. Contacts. Acevedo, Mahalia, Robert Blaine, Peter Faulkner. These are all the high-ranking members of the government. Joseph Langley. Right, of course. Yeah, they work together. Makes sense. Francis. That looks like Francis there. Son? Nothing too crazy here. I'd love to get the Prime Minister's the Prime Minister's number and start investigating him. April 14th, 2017. Francis. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Mom. Start dropping this. Catherine, we're on to you. Son, yes, I do want to create a profile. Hey Frank, can you lend me your car for tonight? I want to get around with the boys. Francis, you know it doesn't work that way. Please? That car is well known to be ours. It's way too dangerous. Nothing ever happens to you. Why do you think something will happen to me? Because I have people watching me and you don't. You're paranoid. Rightfully so. Nothing's ever going to happen. This isn't crazy politics. Just let me have the car. Francis, no means no, period. It's April 14th. April 17th, that's today. Are you at school? Yeah, why? Is everything normal there? Yeah. Good, don't leave. Gonna send someone to fetch you at 3. Why? What's gone on? You okay? Yes, don't worry. Okay. April 15th, getting out late today. Swamped at work. Ed, okay, Kat. Husband, I'm assuming. I'll pick up F from sports then. Did you ask George about the leakage? Yeah, he's gonna fix it next Tuesday. Fine for you? Yes. Thanks for taking care of it, honey. Damn right. And this feels like good to like gather information about her, because she's been asking us to gather information about all these other people that have turned out to be, to varying degrees, innocent. Anything unusual at work today? That's today. That was 2 days ago. No, why? You worried because of that poor Gov guy? You knew him. No. Is it real what they say? Let's not talk, not about this, not here. April 15th, unknown contacts. This is your number, you piece of filth. Leave the nation and its glorious people alone with the poison you spread. User blocked. That initiate? I don't know. Robert Blaine, here we go. Catherine, up for a quick call in a moment. Triflith is going to fuck us up if we don't calm the situation down. Heading there. Need you to hold ground. We must go over the details in the meantime. Alright, call me. Well done, RE. The bombings. Probably don't have to tell you how important it was that you contained this. Now make sure there are no more interferences, and it will be the perfect precedence for the revelation of Orwell. Thanks, Robert. Vaunted bombings have been a real blessing. Fucking right. That's gonna bust her. All of this will make Orwell all the more tolerable, desirable even. Yes, if nothing goes wrong. In the meantime, I'll keep schmoozing Kasarth. Guy is such a nuisance. April 17th, today. What the actual hell, Catherine? Do we have a fucking leak? Kasarth will crush me. I control the leak to the TNB. So, is this confirming that she's the one that contacted Joseph? I believe so. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. You better. Robert, regardless of what the TNB reports, I can confirm everything is under control. I now oversee Orwell personally. All troubles will soon be dealt with. I mean, like, I don't... It's like... What Juliet was doing was god-awful. But isn't this, like, these are the people that are running the government. And she's, like, applauding the bombings. Because they're gonna justify the existence of Orwell. Right, gallery. White Fountain Academy. I don't know if this has any kind of significance. Alright, so we know what we need to do if we want to take Catherine down, I guess. Report those things. That should be enough for Initiate to take her down. What about us? Oh god. Probably we'll find enough evidence here on Gunther's PC or Abraham's PC. Make thought change direction. D. Schwartz. Start from the bottom. February 16th, 2017. Nina, I suppose my message might come as a surprise to you. After a long time of contemplation, I've come to conclude that you were right when you said we must perform drastic actions to make ourselves be heard. You'll probably remember that we talked about helping each other. As I see it, I have fulfilled my end of the bargain. The time to fulfill your end has come. I am in need of your help. Let me know when you feel up to the task. So was Goldfell's, and I'm not sure if this is Juliet talking now or Goldfell's. I guess I can go back and look on the date of the death of Gunther. I assume his end of the bargain was to get Joseph to pay her money. But let's keep reading. So I might have been wrong about that. Nina Maternova wrote, this is the same day. Abe, I thought you had left us. I even understood and come to terms with my own thoughts of why you had vanished. I was against your course of action, even though you have been trying to help me. There's nothing to apologize for. If I can help in any way, I'm willing to hear your plan. Just one thing, if we do this, you must make it absolutely sure we are impossible to be tracked. Whoops, I don't want any harm to come to my son. Is anyone else with us in this? We are on our own. Do not inform the other members of Thought. This has got to be Juliet. Not about me, not about the plan. They will not understand and just make our actions harder to obscure. Let them get on with their lives. This is my plan. From what you've told me, you are more than capable of building a bomb. Are you not? Well, we need 3 of them. Place them at the most important places in town, right before the eyes of the public. Zero Freedom Plaza at the Memorial, Stelligan University at the Central Courtyard, and finally the Circle Mall. They need to be somewhere that they cause substantial destruction. Hide them well, very well. Watch out that the CCTV doesn't spot you, especially at Freedom Plaza. For this occasion, I will create a workaround to distract their eyes from you. That would have been Cassandra. Your temp working situation will be of use here, giving you plenty of opportunities. You'll manage. You have my utmost trust. Doing this will convince people surveillance is of no use and might cause a decent debate, or even the revolt we've been looking to incite. Finally, we might break the back of Delacroix, perhaps even the party in its entirety. It will be the public themselves who will protect us. The outcry against surveillance will be so strong, it will obscure our actions. They will no longer be of interest. I will call upon you again, not via email, and tell you when to set and when to trigger the charges. Finally, confirm, then erase all traces of this email. Never reply to this address again. Yours sincerely, Abraham. So that's definitely Juliet. Understood. February 17th. Damn. Papa, it is you, isn't it? Don't ask how I found you. It took me quite a while to figure it out. You hid your traces very well, but I still managed to find some threads. Abraham Goldfeld, is this who you are now? Well, I hope it was worth it. Leaving Mama, leaving me. What did we do to you? Oh god, this is sad. Was it just too much on you? Did you hate us? Do you hate me? Don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at you. Somehow I can't be. Certain you had your reasons. I just want an opportunity to understand them. I want to understand who my father really is, why he had to leave his wife and daughter all alone, struggling, crying, hoping every day that you would somehow return, explaining to my friends that my father was dead, when somehow I always felt like he wasn't. I have no idea if you're interested in me, what I mean to you, if anything at all. I've attached a photo and will tell you a little about me. I finished secondary school and now I attend Stuttgart University, where I study journalism. Travel between Greblingen and Stuttgart every day. I'm sure I massacred that, sorry. Even though it takes 1.5 hours. I didn't want to move because of Mama. She is fine most of the time, but I'd rather not leave her alone. Speaking of Mama, I haven't told her that I found you, and I never will. Wow. She deserves some certainty, though, some closure. Thought it shouldn't come from me. It needs to come from you. This is what she's been waiting for, hoping for, needing for so long now. Please redeem her. As you probably know, she is a kind spirit. She'll find it in her heart to forgive you. Who knows, after such a long time, she might be able to be happy again. This is the one thing I ask of you. Do it for her. Eva. That is so sad. Say protocol Julesy. Okay, I don't understand. Why did you never turn to the press? With all this material, we could have created the attention you wanted. All right, so this is Juliet speaking to Abraham. No, we could not. Juliet, there's one thing I've learned out of all of this. People need to see the consequences before they ever learn. They must experience them firsthand, or at least see them affect someone they can relate to. Otherwise, it is all just an abstract concept. Are you suggesting Nina and Harry have been right all along? Can't possibly mean that. In a way, they have been, yes. Not necessarily about violence or scaring people, only consequence. Consequences that happen right before the eyes of the everyday person. Not some report. An event that is going on while everyone is watching. Okay. How could we ever hope to achieve such an event? If I had an answer, I would have done it, Juliet. I will soon be hospitalized, Juliet. I can feel it. This sickness is getting worse with every passing day. To get up from my chair feels like a Herculean effort by now. We have tried. We have failed. We must accept this. People will eventually discover what madness this project is. All I ask of you is to let go and get on with your life. Do not waste your life on this, as I did. This is not of any worth. Well, she certainly didn't let it go. No, damn it. It's worth everything, every possible effort. Juliet, you have always regarded my advice. Listen to me in this case too, please. Get into Rosentech for an internship. Delete the backup of the data stored there. Remove every trace I ever worked on this godforsaken project, then quit. That is no place for you. Just walk away and do not tell anyone. Can't do what you asked for. How could I ever? You're the only one who believed in me. Always. Not my friends, not my family, you alone. Almost like a father to her. It's exactly why I'm talking to you about this, not to anyone else. It is the reason why I'm asking you to give it a rest. Grant me peace in knowing everything will be all right for the rest of thought. Do it, please. I will, I promise. Well, instead she used the other members of thought and screwed their lives over. This would be evidence that would help to convict her and clear Gunther. Oh man, so much. There's so much. Notes. Today I started my work at Rosentech. I got assigned my own office in the main tower, right at the top on the 24th floor next to Victor Rosen himself. Never felt so misplaced in my life, not even back in Griblingen. Although I was sure it could not possibly get any worse. It's like there are only youngsters here, rushing over the floors, buzzing in the cafeteria, occupying the elevators. All of them staring at me like I am recently unearthed dinosaur fossil. What do I try to achieve here? The constant feeling of not being involved, though, is niggling at me. Okay. That was in March 2013. In April, we had a presentation where I learned the basic project parameters of Demiurge. During the meeting, I got a panic attack and nearly had to vomit. Oh, wow. I must have been paler than a sheet of paper outlining the conceptual details. The plans for the project are bereft of any ethics or common sense. It's nefarious. Nefarious is not even the word, sinister. That perfectly describes what Demiurge is. The software goes way beyond what I had feared in my worst nightmares. It's total observation of, well, everything, without any user interaction required. And they want an ethical codex? Preposterous. I'm conflicted in what to think. How to feel about this. I thought I might be able to change the plans from within. Restrict this thing. Frankly, if I had any confidence in my ability to change it at all, well, that is all gone now. October 2013. I might be in luck. The development team has had severe problems with the application of the recognition algorithm to automatically collect and interpret relevant data so far. There are too many conflicts, too many applicable meanings. If I play this card right, I might be able to convince the project's leads to consider the use of a human element to sort out the misinterpreted and irrelevant data, which in turn might make it at least a bit more humane. And this is where we come in, ladies and gentlemen. Have we done a good job? It worked. The use of the human element, referred to as investigator, has been confirmed by the project's lead and, even more importantly, the government itself. By now, I have outlined the fundamentals of the Codex. We will use not one, but two human elements. To give one human the full ability to do the research and at the same time draw conclusions is just too much power in one hand. So the power will be shared between said investigator and an advisor. The latter shall be a government employee on the inside. While it's crucial the investigator is a person on the outside, so an unbiased opinion is assured. I cannot overstate how glad I am that the project lead is absolutely willing to follow my advice. I was just saying earlier that I'm clearly not unbiased. I think that's impossible. It's basically impossible to find a human that's unbiased. May 2014. During the break in Rosen's cafeteria, I noticed a young man observing me closely from across the room for nearly 15 minutes. This would be initiate. Again and again, when he thought I wasn't noticing, intrigued and having finished my lunch, I walked over to his table where he sat with a colleague. I asked, I think politely enough, to join in, and they obliged. But the same man that had so intensively stared at me before now looked a bit intimidated. Talked a bit about the projects we worked on, to which I had to make up something harmless enough. He declared to be a student on an internship for in-house security. I don't remember how it actually happened, but somehow we came to discuss ethics. I swear that for a second this young fellow could read my mind. The way he talked, how he reasoned, left a big impression on me. Unfortunately, I had to quit the lively chatter before I could ask for his name. Damned be my recently whimsical digestive system. Better not eat in the cafeteria again. Maybe starting to realize his illness. It's May, August. Been working. So Abraham seemed to like instantly trust Initiate, so maybe we should take that into account. Initiate wants us to go after Catherine. I've been working on separating persons of interest from those only appearing in relation. Searching for news source documents shall be restricted to where such target persons appear. Okay. Only after thorough consideration by the advisor and the administrative staff can a person be considered a target. Yeah, thorough. I don't know how thorough those considerations were. This should reduce the damage done to privacy to an absolute minimum. On a side note, I'm having a hard time focusing on work with stomach pain like this. I should visit a doctor. This is starting to happen regularly, and it's not the cafeteria food. November. The development team has conducted a first test in a fictitious setting. The results have been disillusioning, devastating. What have I done? Oh, God, just realizing. How could I have ever thought this is a good idea, when in truth I have helped opening Pandora's box? The investigator somehow managed to convince the advisor that every single person in the test was suspicious. See? It's working as intended, guys. They turned all of them into target persons by bending the truth to his liking. They spied on all of their documents. Persons became labeled without looking at the full picture, without seeing the human being. Nothing works as it was supposed to. I mean, there were times when I didn't report people because I thought I was like, for sure they were involved. To make things even worse, they introduce a third human element to oversee. They call it evaluation. The other two, and make sure the investigator and advisor do not misuse their powers. This defies the whole purpose of using two elements. There are no ethics in this black hole, only a boot stamping on a human face forever. Oh damn, this is blindness. This is naivete of mind. They must reconsider, they must. So, okay, let's see where this goes. This is reporting on us. I'm at the end. I have had my share. I cannot continue the work. My consciousness got the better of me, especially regarding my circumstance. When I argued with the project lead how Demiurge allowed for massive manipulation, unrestricted mass surveillance, that my ethical codex could easily be circumvented, how Orwellian this bending of the truth was, that everything the investigator considered true became true. He just laughed. He laughed and said what a terrific name Orwell would be for the system. People would assume surveillance and safety with a name like that. Could not believe it. Are they even going to use Orwell's name out of context and give it a new one? Oh God. This only proves that they have not understood a thing, and they will never. I have to make it stop in another way. It's not going to work from the inside. The people must learn the truth about this madness. Unfortunately, I cannot take anything with me. The checks in the lobby are too strict. It's crucial to undo any trace that might lead to me, or else I'll fall prey to my own abomination. The only thing possible is cloning my entire PC onto a drive, which then must remain here, hidden somewhere. Perhaps I will find a way to retrieve it later. I don't know how much time is left for me. I wish there was more. Okay, so if I follow Abraham's advice, I think he wants me to report myself. Let's keep going. Codex draft. Highly confidential, not distribute or copy without authorization. Intention. Goal of this paper is to stipulate a set of mandatory guidelines to be implemented in the mechanics of the hard and software combination titled Demiurge. Said project is in development at Rosen Technologies Limited. As of the creation of this document, the intention of Demiurge is to allow the investigation of crimes and suspect individuals through online information. The very nature of the project demands for the inclusion and embedding of strict limitations in order to ensure the preservation of the privacy of said individuals, anyone related to them. Guidelines stated herein shall serve this cause. Oh, okay, did I miss one? 1, 2. No, that's 2. Where's 3? See 1. That skips to 3, the human element. Use of human element in the system shall serve the purpose of keeping the investigation impartial, while at the same time keeping the powers divided. Demiurge shall be operated by pairs of human elements. An advisor who will operate from within the system. Investigator shall be a client outside of the system. The advisor shall be an employee of the government. Their duties shall include advising the investigator as well as drawing conclusions and... Okay, we get this. To this end, the advisor may communicate directly to the investigator. So this is just describing the system. The investigator must not be able to communicate with the advisor to prevent power misuse. It's exactly how he intended it. Restriction of discovery. Discovery of a new document shall be restricted to those on which a target person can be identified. Beyond any doubt, and similar data to the already contained can be detected. The investigator must be prohibited from browsing the web freely, even from public pages. Okay. There shall be no distinction between public documents and privately accessible ones. Conclusion. Based on the guidelines proposed in 2 guidelines, we conclude that the ethical surveillance is possible. How can I rate this? This is absurd. Marked as to do. Couldn't actually do it. What is this? Authorization key. Full access. How can we use that? Okay. Let's keep going. I'm sure this is running long, guys, but I kind of want to see this through. Nothing in the trash. There's something missing. Has to do with this auth info. Shit. Can't believe there's nothing in the trash. This doesn't feel like everything. All right. There's one other thing that I wanted to report from Initiate's computer. Where was that? Winston. I want to report this thing about Winston. See if we can find out about him. Who might that be? Oops, wrong profile. Where's Initiate? There he is. Come on. There we go. Anything new? No, that didn't unlock anything. Just created the new profile. Just a random person. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm missing something. All right. With all of this information that we've uncovered, I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna turn myself in. Fuck. It's hard. Because they screwed with his plan. They screwed with his plan. I'm gonna do it. I think it's the best chance we have of taking this thing down. And frankly, I feel horrible for what I've done. Let's do it. Shit, can't believe it. One related document found. Evaluation. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Trustworthy. Days on duty 5. April 13th. Current case, Monton bombings. Extracts obviously wrong information. Wonderland. Not very observant. Flagged C. Watergate as potentially dangerous. Ignores that C. Watergate might have protected Jay Carrington. On April 14th, finds possible contradiction in Jay Carrington's statements. Observant. Prevented material to pressurize. See Watergate during an interrogation. April 15th, warns about possibly armed suspect. Investigations lead to the death of suspect Nina Maternova. April 16th, noted that Jay Carrington is conspicuously often at work. Finds significantly incriminating material on H. O'Donnell. Reveals A. Goldfeld's G. Aaron's worked on ethical codex of Orwell. So we're trustworthy because we're doing what they want us to do. Let's do it. Taking the plunge. What the hell is gonna happen? Oh god. Parliament occupied. Self-incriminating Orwell investigator causes reveal of the project scale. Parliament stormed by protesters after worldwide outrage of the Orwell surveillance program. Immediate termination of Orwell and partial agency commission with erasing stored data permanently. Yes! Julia Carrington to the press. We had an obligation to reveal this malicious project. Thought to be rebuilt. Continue to reveal revelations of power abuse. Wow. Investigator assisting activist group thought with recent revelations to be declared honorary member. What is going on? April 21st, 2017. Even though it still says April 17th. Revelation by the investigator is still the talk of the nation. Thought is declared the investigator assisting the activist group with the recent revelations an honorary member. It is presumed that this symbolic act is an attempt to save the investigator from possible prosecution by exposing his role to the public, since the investigator broke national law by their actions. This is presumed to mark the end of the case, known as the Bonton bombings. Experts suggest that after the troubled events of the recent week, the nation and its citizens will finally find some long overdue peace and quiet. We did it! Possibly trying to evade prosecution. Do I have to report that? I've got no other choice. Ah! Why? I can't just quit? I can't leave. Fuck. Yes. Fine. I am. Wow. Awesome. Okay, guys. As always, I'm going to remain quiet during the credits. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side and give you my thoughts on the game. All right, I'm back, guys. I just like to first say thank you guys so much for watching. It's been great reading your comments. It's been great just going on this adventure with you guys. When I first played the demo, I was a bit concerned because I thought this game was going to just spoon feed us information, and we were just going to kind of like passively go through it and read what they were telling us, because it seemed to guide us from one data chunk to the next. But as the game progressed, it really got it. I mean, it stayed simple in terms of the mechanics, but the story got really complex, and you really got out of it what you put into it. And it became obvious to me when people started pointing out some of the things that I missed, and tried to go back and look at and try to piece together, that, like I said at the beginning of the episode, you really could, 100 people could play this game, and they could all play it a bit differently and find out little pieces of information that someone else didn't find out, which is really cool. That means they really put a lot of thought into this. They made a branching storyline that will have meaning to individual meaning to everyone that plays it, which is kind of what you want to see in like a story narrative based game. And I really hope they make another game like this. Maybe not an Orwell sequel, but using this system, because it was really fun to play. And I love trying out games that present a narrative in a different way, and this definitely did that. Kind of like Her Story did. Reminds me a lot of that from last year, which is one of my games of the year. Also, I like the way it realistically portrayed people. Really, no one had only redeeming qualities. Everyone was a bit flawed. All the way up to Abraham, who kind of seemed to abandon his family for this project. We got the good ending, so I think I came through in the end, but damn, it was a rocky road, and I think you guys helped me to get there. I don't know if I would have been able to do it without you. And maybe I didn't get the good ending. I don't know. You guys can let me know, because I usually play through these games once, and then that's it, and that's the experience that I will go through. And I don't like to go through these narrative experiences again, because it's kind of like I had my own experience. I don't want to kind of ruin that experience by doing it again. And I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Degrading the experience. I like it to be unique and special. I guess that's it. I'm gonna miss this game. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I think this might be one of my games of the year, just because it's so different and really made me think about the surveillance state and what place it has in our society, which is so topical right now. I don't know. I don't have much else to say, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game, and what it's trying to say. And if you did enjoy it, of course, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Give me a like on the videos that you watched, if you haven't already. That really helps me. And you can check me out on Twitter at Andrew Erdeg. That's ERDEG. That's my name. And also, if you want to watch me play games live on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/LucklessLovelocks. And if you've got a few bucks that you got shaking around in your pocket, check out patreon.com/LucklessLovelocks. It's a way that you can support me in being able to present you with new games, getting equipment to make the quality of my recordings better, and allow me to make more content and better content. And yeah, thank you so much. Even just watching is awesome. I really appreciate. This is a really successful series, and I'm glad that some of you guys got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I love doing this for you guys. The community that I have is amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for good on Orwell, and I love you all.